Welcome everyone to Weekly News and a DW Major Tidbits, and the topic for this video is 194 billion peso budget, Vinito, akap ayuda, mentality. Pinawasan ni PBBM ang ilang line items sa budget na inaprubahan ng dalawang sangay ng Kongreso, most notably the DPWH's 26 billion peso low priority on-line project sa agenda ng Pangulo.
Ito pong ipapasang General Appropriation Act ngayon. Kasama na ang mga veto ay resulta ng aming pagdinig sa inyong tugon. Nakakaasa naman po kayo sa budget na ito. Ipapagpatuloy at papalawigin pa natin ang ating serbisyo sa inyo, alinsunod sa ating Philippine Development Plan ng 2023 to 2028. Titiyakin namin na mananatiling prioridad ang social services. The executive branch is one with the people in raising concerns over appropriations that are not consistent with the country's development plan and responsive to the needs of the people. After all, it is our people whom we serve. We take our role as stewards of our taxpayers' money seriously. And for this reason, after an exhaustive and thorough review, we have directly vetoed over 194 billion worth of the line items that are not consistent with our program priorities. These include allocations for certain programs and projects of the Department of Public Works and Highways and those under the unprogrammed appropriations, which increased by 300%.
Kasama na sa vinito ni PBBM ay ang mga unprogrammed appropriations of around 168.24 billion pesos. Ang mga unprogrammed appropriations ay ekstrang budget na, if ever, sumobra ang kita ng gobyerno or kikitain ng gobyerno sa tax revenues, government-owned and controlled corporations at iba pa, kukunin nila or gagamitin nila yung budget na iyon para sa mga proyekto na nasa unprogrammed appropriations line item. Kumbaga, ang mga unprogrammed appropriations ay binibigay sa mga programa ng gobyerno that doesn't really have a guaranteed source per se. Kumbaga, sa nakukuha ng gobyerno. They are only going to be used, projects done and implemented, kung may susobrang kita sa pinagkukunan ng mga budget ng mga programa o ahensya. You can learn more about the reason and justification for certain provision veto from the link down in the description below. This sets up a good and increasingly trustworthy posturing or fiscal spending ni PBBM in the surface, of course, dahil sa pag-highlight niya ng mga unprogrammed appropriations at even AKAP with this conditional implementation kuno na sinasabing kailangan ay maging makatarungan with any anti-poverty measures that the President has deemed necessary. Pero yung sinasabi niyang conditional implementation kuno, wala rin namang magbabago dahil hindi naman magbabawasan yung 26 billion peso na nakalaan sa AKAP. It's just that now, kailangan kay President's agents from the DSWD, DOLE at NEDA kakukuha.
We shall also pursue conditional implementation on certain items to ensure that the people's funds are utilized in accordance with their authorized and stated purpose. Specifically, to ensure that government assistance is not merely a provisional solution to a persistent issue, we are compelled to subject the implementation of the Ayuda sa Kapos ng Kita program, or AKAP, to the convergence efforts of the DSWD, DOLE, and NEDA. This way, we ensure that its implementation will be strategic, leading to the long-term improvement of the lives of qualified beneficiaries while guarding against misuse and duplication and fragmented benefits.
Conditional implementation sa AKAP. Di ba dati, sir, agencies naman na talaga yung nag-handle ng AKAP?
If you listen very carefully to the speech of the President, ang conditional implementation, the first condition there is the convergence of three agencies regarding the implementation of the AKAP program. Yung NEDA, yung DOLE, at saka yung DSWD. So hindi na solo ng DSWD. Of course, alam naman natin na some leaders in the local level, they will always ask for their constituencies to have that. But you know, when these three are there, they have the guidelines, adopted the guidelines the strict implementation will be according to the guidelines.
Pero sir, walang interview.
This just perpetuates the ayuda culture that is rotting the Filipino mindset and culture as a whole. Basta may binigay kang ayuda, iboboto ka nila. It teaches people to be complacent at humingi at umasa sa gobyerno without actually even just finding a job as a fully able-bodied Kasi the only requirements are that you are a minimum wage earner or a low-income household, which means it could be zero, or if nasa informal economy ka, like pangangalakal and all that stuff, pwede kang mabigyan ng ayuda via AKAP. I'm pretty leftist, pro-poor guy. Pero I have to call BS on this kasi this promotes allegiance of voters based upon the things that people in power provides, instead of creating an economy, a socio-political climate that incentivizes work ethic without doing it too much, of course, as a sort of pick yourself by your bootstraps shit. We incentivize creating a leech system that the rich and the elites will scoff, with them saying that the government intervention and poverty mitigation strategies doesn't work. So bigyan mo na lang kami ng tax cuts so that it will trickle down. So we shouldn't try even doing poverty mitigation strategies kasi it doesn't work. So just give us the money and we will definitely make it so that it will trickle down. But that rarely ever happens. Ultimately upends the goal of creating a meritocratic system with compassion to the poor and the middle and working class. The ayuda mentality is a contentious topic, of course. On one hand, it is a great way to funnel to the poor the money earned directly from social welfare programs instead of giving tax breaks to the rich, corporation, and conglomerates. Pero people abuse them. Let's not get our panties mixed here. I'm not talking about the poor people that, quote unquote, abuse the system, that enrolls a few times inside one household too many times for comfort. Kasi in all realities, negligible yung mga ganyang cases. Ayaw kong awayin ang aking kapwa, middle, lower, and poor. The fact of the matter is, the people that benefits greater than the sum of the parts they gave was the people in power that gave those ayuda out of, quote, the kindness of their hearts, when in reality, may kapalit kasi utang na loob culture tayo. Sure, it's a great relief for people to get by and have a few thousand pesos. I'm not really sure how much they usually give, pero a month for expenditures like food, matrikula, and the likes. Kasi, again, malaking tulong yung mga ganung bagay. I won't even want to mention people that use these for vices because, again, it's a DSWD's job to critically enforce these regulations at, i-monitor yung mga binibigyan nila ng pera. Again, I don't want to blame the poor people that, enrolls a few times or even has vices. Kasi again, negligible yung mga ganyang cases, negligible sa kabuuan ng budget na inilalaan para sa AKAP. So, we shouldn't even villainize or demonize these type of people kasi again, katulad lang natin sila in even more indigent than us.
Pension, yung mga lawmakers dun sa kasi yun yung sinasabi ni Justice Carpio before na pork barrel pa rin.
Ano yung tanong mo? Legal?
I mean, nakalagay sa guidelines na
No, don't be naive, no. Don't be naive. Always sa ating life in the Philippines, there must be some people who initiate. That's the thinking that you should have about this. Be broad-minded about it. Hindi naman na yung gobyerno alam niya lahat ng paghihirap. It should come from the lower levels. So sabihin na, Mr. Executive Secretary, kailangan nito ng AKAP. Hindi naman namin kilala lahat ng tao na nangangailangan. Yung medyo may kahirapan ng konti. That's why we have this interaction.
Ang nangyayari is inaabuso ng tao yung sistema. And I'm not talking about the tao na humihingi, na kumukubra sa AKAP. Ang umaabuso sa sistema na tinutukoy kong tao ay yung mga taong nasa kapangyarihan na binibigay yung pera, yung binibigay yung ayuda para magkaroon ng utang loob sa kanila. Pero the people associates these ayudas with either local and the national government, katulad ni mayor, ni kawad, ni barangay chairman, ni congressman, ni senador. In the national and local government officials that are the face of disbursements of said services. Kasi, again, hindi mo naman ma-enforce na bawal kang maglagay ng pangalan mo dyan, bawal kang mag-appear dyan. Just administrate yung pagbibigay sa ayuda. Pero that's not the case. Ang ginagawa nila, nilalagay nila yung mukha nila dito, tapos kunyari, parang nagkakaroon ng energy or ng understanding na sila yung nagbibigay ng ayuda na ito, when in reality, it's the government, it's the Philippines, it's the Filipino people that gives this ayuda, hindi sila. It creates an utang na loob system na in all realities, similar to what I'll be talking about the next, and I did go in major tidbit, allows the same power structure and the same people in office, whether they think they didn't intend to or calculately does so. And it's easier to feel indebted to the official, yung mga namimigay or nagdi-disperse ng fund na iyon, rather than the government or the country. Kasi ang madalas na hinihingi lang ng mga opisyal ay boto mo with promises for more ayuda. And it's easier to feel indebted to the officials rather than the government or the country, kasi ang madalas na hinihingi lang ng mga opisyal ay boto mo with promises for more ayudas. Again, at malamang sa malamang, pinipili rin ng tao na magkaroon sila ng utang na loob sa opisyal mismo, hindi sa bayan. Kasi sa bayan, kapag nagkaroon ka ng utang na loob, babayaran mo yan ng dugo, pawis, sipag, at tiyaga para umunlad ang bayan mo, para mabayaran mo yung utang na loob mo sa gobyerno ng Pilipinas, sa bansa. Pero kung sa opisyal ka lang magkakaroon ng utang na loob, ang madalas na hinihingi lang naman nila, boto mo sa susunod na eleksyon. And the officials also push this agenda, push this narrative na sila yung nagbibigay kasi nalalagay nila yung pangalan nila kapag nagbibigay sila ng angka or whatever ayuda na nangyayari. Binabrand nila yan sa mga campaign rallies nila. Parang dinidrill in nila in the fact na sila yung nagbigay sa inyo ng pera, hindi yung gobyerno, hindi yung tax na nakuha nila. Diba? Ang weird. Pero, again, it's easier to feel indebted to the official rather than the government or the country. Kasi ang madalas na nanghihingi or na hinihingi lang ng mga opisyal ay yung boto mo with promises for more ayudas. And that's bad. Kasi imbes na mag-strive tayo for a better future, doon ka na lang sa opisyal. Kasi sa opisyal, ang utang na loob mo lang dyan, bumoto ka sa kanya. Pero sa Pilipinas, easy. Ang video clip na ito ay galing sa aking series na News and Worthy Recap. Check the entire video for the complete weekly news recap and subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date sa mga local at global news na I'll make sure would be interesting to you particularly. Di ko alam yung name mo pero you should subscribe. You Muhammad Smith? I don't fucking know. John Smith? Sana mas manunod mga kabayan, avoid me, like, subscribe, follow my links in socials and avoid shows that would be linked down below. Sa susunod muli, of course, paalam.